I'm using my new waterproof thingamajig, by the way. Not so midweek show, and then as soon as that, and then off you go, kitten. Okay, now what you need to do, Jilly, is say to me, okay, you can talk now. Yeah, be very precise on what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm ready to go. Jilly, hang up. It's just so typical. Oh my God, are we gonna be delayed due to a phone issue here?
Trouble is, the camera mic's pretty much covered up, Jilly. Yeah, we will. I'll get the other mics out. I'll get the other. Well, yeah, because you switched the. Excuse me. Alrighty then. Little bit of a kind of a direct southerly at the moment, folks, so we could see a little bit of action. Certainly nothing blustery as it stands at the moment. Quite a few, well, two maybe 3 pilots from the other day show saying that we caught them coming in, and it was one guy who was flying with Virgin Atlantic, and he was flying his fiancée back, obviously not only his fiancée, but she was on board the aircraft, obviously his new wife, sorry, they just got married, and he was flying into London Heathrow. I've actually got a message from him. I've got him on my WhatsApp, so let's just have a look. Missed James Shepherd, unfortunately. I think I've just seen one message from him pushing back in 5. What was that? 209 out 787 first officer. Ross Croggs flying a very special video. That was yesterday. How quickly are you able to switch the mics, GP? Like from onboard to outboard? Okay. Is it? Really? How is that possible? Great if it works, because then I don't need a mic. I could just disable these 2 mics. Fantastic. Stopping power. Now, I don't know what he said about it was so yeah, James, if you're watching, sorry I missed you. Taking the 209, VS 209, I think that was. Or was that BA? No, sorry, my apologies. BA training pilot, isn't he? James Shepherd. Sorry, James. Dun, dun, dun. WhatsApp, deleted contact. It was Richard, actually, with Virgin Atlantic, who was bringing his, congratulations to him, this newly wedded wife. My mate and next door neighbour Kyle Thomas, and we sent him the footage as well. So I want to get one of those big massive foam things that the new football. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chilly. It's not as good. It's not as good as the roads. We'll do it anyway, Chilly, regardless of what people say. It'd be good to see if it is. Yeah, exactly, because then we'll be able to establish if it is the unit itself or if it's the mic. So it's easy for me to do. Stand by, folks. Stand by. Little old phone. Okay, the mics are on. Yeah, the other mic, I've switched the mic out. Yeah! Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Air France. We are waiting for them to bring the A380. When is that? When is that? My heck! So, yes, indeed. That was, of course, the Virgin pilot that we're talking about, and it was Kyle Thomas, who's now with, I think, BA. I think he's he's a pilot with BA now on the short haul stuff for the time being. Ex-Voyager pilot. I've got him as a Voyager pilot on my LinkedIn. Sorry, on my WhatsApp. Because it's what's the matter, man? Well, what's the matter, you? Hey, got no respect. What do you think you do? Got an interesting little project that we might be getting involved with, folks, as early as this weekend. I know it sounds crazy. It's crazy. Hey, Gina, you're breaking my heart. We might be, nothing guaranteed yet, but we might be going to Houston this weekend, folks. I know it sounds crazy, but I just can't stand the pain. Do, 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 do. But I'm leaving you tomorrow. Da, 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 da. Chuck! Who does that? Yeah, but you can't do it on your phone, so... Are you talking about... Oh, I don't know. Oh, look at that pulling into the back, man. Yeah! Awesome. Wow, lots of people noticing it. All right, might as well tell everyone now. I was trying to keep it silent. Jilly and I were like, you know, well, let's just not tell anyone and see if they notice. And of course, oh, okay. So Martin Smith first to identify it. Martin, you got a bit of what do you call it? Quite interesting, as I said to Jilly, it's because the camera obviously has to be set into 4K mode. My picture on my monitor is crystal clear, but also, I don't know if it's a psychological thing, but the toggle operation seems to be slightly smoother. Nice. Taxiing on one engine, maybe, I don't know. Oh no, sorry, it's been towed. Taxiing on no zero engine. Well, Jilly, they are both at full chat, mate. They are both at full chat. If that's making a difference, I'll just press the button there. Big old brute, look. Come on, son! Always
Japan Airlines 777 than their 787. Oh, look at those wings flapping, man! Oh, you flipping lovely person, you. What are you gonna do? It's one of the frustrating parts of the paddock, I have to be honest with you. Turn back at the step. That's a great shot, isn't it? So I'd imagine that is VS 301 from Delhi, just pulling on back at stack there. This is from Vancouver, this 777. And behind him, Cathay Pacific. First A350 arrival of the day. See, they're crabbing a bit here. Direct southerly. You can see from my windsock, my temporary windsock that I have here, wind straps, should I say. It's a southerly. Pretty standard procedure, putting it down on the left side if the winds are southerly. 3 kilos of Dunlop left on that runway. So how you doing, folks? Are you well? First class, super class and premium members. Of course, the Los Angeles show was do you want me to turn this mic around, Jilly, so that I can what's that? It's got there's no setting on there. I can't do anything else. There is, it's not like I've, oh, let me fiddle around with the settings on the microphone before I come out. That'll make things quite interesting, won't it? Like, as if I'm going to do that. Really? Turn the bleeding thing round. Should I turn the thing round? Can't turn the thing round, there's no slot there. It's just bleeding, flipping. I don't know, mate. I don't know what to do. Bloody, I mean, blooming it. Just watch the bleeding thing. Just so long as you can hear a bit of it. You don't need in your lug all the time, do you? Wow. Oh, easy, easy. Nice! Just wait a minute, Jilly. Just wait a minute. I'm just going to do something here. Just wait a minute. For God's sake, really? Seriously, How's that? I just spoke into, I jokingly spoke into it really close. Right, now it's facing me, the microphone is facing me now. And now you're gonna get people, it's too loud, you can't hear the planes. Floaty light, J-Mank, picture is amazing, Deb. Drone Hunter audio is amazing. Seriously, man. Seriously, man. Turn it up! That! The thing on your telly! Lance D. Atlanta, proper job by Cafe. Sci-Fly, floaty. Easy, sir, easy. Easy, here we go. So the mic is pointing at me now, Jilly, as opposed to what I normally do, have the mic pointing away from me, which is always fine. I've listened back. Now, when I listen back if I listen back to this later on, I bet you it'll be all distorted. I bet it'll be distorted, man. I guarantee it. How high is that audio line? Audio line. How high is it? Is it hitting the reds or is it? No? You don't need to show me, mate, you just need to tell me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me try this. I'm going to try something else here. Stand by. Stand by. Right, just wait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera. Oh my goodness me, man. Right. Audio's going to go off. Okay, folks, the audio is going to go off. Check, check. Okay, now the camera, now the mic, now we're on the camera mic, yeah? It's not plugged into the Bond, we're on the camera mic and we are using the Rode receiver. It's And to be honest with you, anybody who says I can't hear, just I've got no answer for that then. Give up, literally. Woke the neighbour up. He's on nights, on days or nights.
Lufthansa. Okay, well there we go then. There we go. Looks like we're good. There we go. There we go. Right, what have we got in the lineup? Line up, line up. Okay, Drive 23 with a platinum star has gifted 5 Big Jet TV members memberships. A very warm welcome to you folks. Like I said, we might be in Houston this coming weekend, an operation with our great friends at Antonov out there in Houston. Possible. We're waiting at the moment. I'm literally checking my phone on a minute by minute basis to check that we haven't had the final. The flight is booked, the bags are packed, and if we go tomorrow. Roger that. How we did diddle play. I want to a shout out to Chris Pole as well, Capo Chris. Been speaking to him about possibly doing something simulator related. So more on that as and when it unfolds. Also, folks, by the way, don't forget that next Sunday is the return of Emirates Airlines to Glasgow, or Glasgow, whether you're Glasgow. Speaking with Glasgow International Airport alongside Emirates as well, hoping to get up there to cover that for you guys. Looks like it's happening. Oh, sorry about that. Chuck! Bosh. See that Costco, yeah? That's what I thought when you had to be there, but the whole Boston thing, when we saw the big ship, and the guy was like, yeah man, yeah, that's the Costco ship. I'm like, really? Blimey, the whole ship? All the containers with Costco? He's like, that's right. I'm like, blimey. And he's on one level, which is Costco, the shipping line. I'm on another level, Costco, the store. And I was like, well, honestly did think. Anyway, you had to be there. Looks like all Nippon. I can hear this thing rumbling towards us, man. He's rumbling towards us. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Manipulate those throttles, son. Flapperons. See the ailerons, the outboard ailerons all working together. Look at that. Cheers, mate. Wow. I love that whole sequence, man. That whole sequence is just so cool, man. When the wheels are down, speed brakes up. John Paul White. Nice landing, that Richard Trollhunter. Early bird. Karma Scotland, Tony Duty. Great, okay, we've cleared up the audio issues. We can get on with the show now. And it's an amazing 4K. Oh my God, brilliant, wow. Okay, we've got that one out of the way. Okay. It's like, you know, really? Molly Elliott, look at that line. Obviously, Molly talking about the glide slope, the stack as we call it. Bongoing around with Chris. away from Nairobi. Oh, we're having a few, here we go. Oh, smooth. Very smooth. Wow. Quite an aggressive swing there as well. You can see the sock is straight southerly. Look on your weather apps, you'll see it now. I'm sure someone's going to give us the METAR readings, the weather readings. Interesting, Verizon, eh? We've already done it, mate. We've already done it. And we are in the field. Standard email, isn't it? It's going out across. Heidi Heffington. Friend is flying from somewhere to somewhere. I just saw that. It's no longer on radar. No, it's gone on. Oh man, you would have felt that. Easy, easy. Totally would have felt that if you were on the left side of the aircraft. Well, actually, even if you're on the right, you see the left hand, the right hand side rise up. It's quite interesting when I look back at the video of us landing the other day from LA. It felt absolutely crazy how it went bang when we landed. It's certainly one of those greasers where, you know, because the 350 generally tends to land on all six trucks, all three trucks basically, rather than sort of like on the backs first, because the trucks are angled with the flare. So when you flare it, the trucks actually line up parallel with tip runway. David Healy is a new member. Welcome, David. Is this Eater? I think it is. Poor old Bond sitting down in the van, Jimmy. All that love. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shall I leave him in the field here with some straw and put him out to pasture? Oh, easy, son, easy. Oh, nice. Oh, my goodness me. That was a bit of a messy landing, I've got to be honest. I think a lot of pilots will probably be looking at it and going, ooh, 4 out of 10, mate. 4 out of 10. Oh, looks big. Looks big. It looks big. Gotta be big. Yeah, that's a big one, that is. BA by the looks of it. Fully established. Pre-landing checks complete. Okay, we're ready for gear down. Whenever you're ready, skipper. Hold it till I say, hold it till I say. Don't do anything yet. Okay, I've got my finger on the lever, son. Okay, wait a minute. Hold it. Okay, gear down. Funny old angle of attack. That one in front of them. It's amazing, a big old lump like that could just fly at, well, what? 120 knots? Something like that, 140, 120 knots. She's gliding, and literally, they call it the glide slope, maintaining a smooth glide. Here come the gear. Always looks very odd on the 380 with the outboard gear coming down first. They kind of do come down in unison, but the midsection, the body gear, just takes a lot longer to sort of like drop down because it's falling backwards as opposed to sort of like coming out sideways. God bless you. Now you might feel a bit of speed pickup because the aircraft. Hello, that is two 380s. Gordon Bennett. Oh, sorry. Sailor Mike, BA Emirates 380 behind the BA. Wow, I don't get this very often, but this is good. This is good. This is good. Emirates are pretty strict on their gear down procedure. Within an allotted time from the moment they minimum amount of distance out, they'll drop the gear. Get all the trucks out of the way. Come on, son. I'm sure they wait up at the end of the road, you know. Right, okay, there's one coming in. Right, who's going to time it? Gear already down on the Emirates. BA286 Selector from San Francisco. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So he's saying that potentially we can use the mic camera, embedded camera mic, you know what I mean, so that we don't have to touch the other one. Maybe that. Outboard ailerons working away there. It's greased it. Beautiful landing. What an absolutely beautiful landing. And the truck. Big old spoilers on those wings. Great bit of information. I don't know if you've caught any of the conversation that we've had about those over-wing spoilers, which come up. Speed brakes, some call them. Ground spoilers, others call them. I think old school term is ground spoilers. I think the speed brakes is possibly the modern terminology. So this guy might have a little bit of a wake behind him, but even so, it's a 380, so you shouldn't have to worry about it too much, I would have thought. Charlie Redpath, ready to fire! Nick Gray, BA, super smooth. Ali, 10 out of 10. W, TCC. Rab H. Sailor Mike shaking the elevators. Yeah, call them the dance to the ailerons on the outboards of the wings, if you can see it. Got a big crab on here, look. Lots of work on the rudder. Could be truck free, this one. Much the same, but I'd just give it to the BA pilot. I've got to be honest with you. I think the BA, if it was like strictly, not strictly, like I don't know, something. Gymnastics. There we go. That'd be maybe an 8.7, and BAs would have been a 9.5 or something like that, or maybe even better. I'm not sure. Lots of people say 10 out of 10. But, A339. Get some interesting, possibly some interesting overheads, GP, some cruises, because it is clearing a little bit. So if you see anything, anybody got any information about anything that's heading our way, then either eastbound or westbound, or any bound, to be honest with you, let me know. I don't know, mind you, I only watched the footage on the video. I didn't listen to it, because when you land heavy, there is that crunch noise. It literally is like a bang, like having a car crash in a funny sort of way. Kind of like the same kind of. It's like someone smacks you in the back. All that kinetic energy just all of a sudden So yeah, people talk about what Screaming Emu was talking about a while back was about the speed brakes over the wings actually serving two purposes. One, to slow the aircraft down, but also the inboard ones more so, I think, to apply more pressure down on the centre of the aircraft and therefore maximise the amount of pressure on the wheels on the ground, the weight pushed down onto the wheels to maximise the braking effect. Strictly come landing, Adrian Ward. Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about. Anyway, whatever. Stevie Bucket, or is it Buchan? Get involved in the tech chat, folks. Astana 321. Remember their 757 that used to come in here? I always remember it because it had a mood lighting on board inside the cabin, blue. Wonder where that aircraft is now, because obviously these 321s will go to replace their older fleet. Do they still operate the 757 but on other routes, or I don't really know. Oh, he's nice, isn't he? He's nice and low, isn't he? Look at the wing on that. Look at the wing on that. Beautiful. Just hovering there. Just hovering there, look. Unlike this fella. Appleton flyboy. Just saw 5 in the stack. Oh. How big and pointy the Dreamliner wing is, man. Amazing to look at it from above as well, directly above. Don't actually appreciate how much of a rake the wing has got on it in terms of its flare backwards. 747 still holds the record, I think, for the biggest, pointiest wing in terms of like the arrow shape. I'm sure there is a terminology for it. Yeah, 747 holding the record for that. But when you look overhead, I remember on Google Earth they used to be able to see it. I think they've removed them now. Most of the aircraft that are on the ground there, using their technology, much like they do with the cars and stuff like that, where you don't get to see the cars on the road and all that kind of thing. Although the Apple car just went past me, the Apple Maps car. So we'll have to check that out later and see whether or not they're going to upload us in the field. Early birdie, that red kite has also some kind of flaperons. Yeah, she does. Most definitely elevons, I think you call them. Wouldn't you call them elevons in terms of the tail feathers? Obviously, no vertical stabilizer; it doesn't need it. But the rear feathers are a kind of stabilizing function, and much like some of the fighter jets, have a combined elevator and aileron type setup at the back to steer the aircraft. Kids at the fence. Go and buy me a coffee, make yourself useful. Chris Wilcox tuning in from Australia. G'day. Mike and Tabitha. No, I haven't seen that new Emirates livery yet. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I just haven't looked at it yet. Let's have a look at it now, see what I think. Are they revising all the jets? It's a big thing to change. Okay, let's. Oh, okay. Quite like that. No. Thanks, mate. Bless him. Broken Cloud now, GP. High Cirrus, I think is the classified name for it. Is that Egypt Air 320 Neo? 321 Neo, possibly. Nice. Was that triple? No, sorry, it's a triple. For God's sake, Jerry. Flipping heck, man. It's 4K. 4K, amazing. Oh my God, please put things on the screen and cover it all up with 4K so you can't see anything. Screaming Emu, yeah, in the flare, Anthony, like 30 to 50 feet. Oh, what's that? Airplanes just pointed into the wind everywhere it goes. Yes, indeed, there we go. Mike James, Cargolac 747-400 southeast bound over Aylesbury, should overfly the Hampstead area. Well, you know what? I've got a bit of sort of like High Cirrus, but I probably, if she's trailing, I'll probably be able to see her. it's just a consequence of the wind. It happens naturally. Yes, it does. It literally does. It's kind of that thing where once you know, once you get the feel of the aircraft, I'm guessing. Nice. Joining the back there. Look at that. Look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? Oi! You push it in. Fly Emirates 380 tuning in from Perth, Australia. G'day. Yeah, interesting screaming in you saying that, yeah, you are never you're very rarely are you absolutely straight because, well, I'm guessing very rarely the wind is directly at you, even though sometimes we see it as being a direct headwind. It is always coming from some kind of an angle. So as a result of that, what he's saying is you're always sort of like flying into the wind. To now one A380 Emirates in new livery. Luke Deshower saying, let's just have a look at that. GP sent me it. Stand by. Where did you send it to me, GP? You sent it on WhatsApp. The Emirates. Oh, I got it. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, it's much more flaggy, isn't it? Much more sort of like, yeah, I got you. Like that. Breaks the tail up, doesn't it? It breaks the tail up. Actually makes it, yeah, it makes it look a little bit sort of like more slimmer, doesn't it? Maybe it's because his bum looked big in it. It's a bit like wearing stripes vertically or horizontally. Depends on your physique. Yeah, like the wingtips. What are they at the moment? It's just the logo, isn't it? I think on the wingtip, isn't it? At the moment. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna wait till he taxis up here and I can see him. K-Drive, need to get going. Couple more memberships incoming. K-Drive, thank you, gifting 5 Big Jet TV memberships. All the very best to you, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shame you can't stick with us for the rest of the show, but hey, if you're around later, tune in. Thank you. Right old messy landing from the well, it was a heavy landing, wasn't it, from Aer Lingus the other day? Okay, he's going for it, is he? You need to hurry up then, mate. You need to hurry up. Oh, that's a bit dodge. Ooh, hurry up, mate. You gotta hurry up now. He's just about gonna make it. Look at that. Still on the runway. Still on the runway. Oh, he's just off, man. Yeah, that's a bit tight, that, I've got to be honest with you.
doesn't it? You're going from a flying machine to a motor vehicle with a lot of inertia behind you, you know, and that's why one of the hardest things I find on simulation is keeping it in a straight line when you land, because there's so much inertia, and that is something that you just literally learn with. It's like riding a new, it's like having a new car. It's not really like driving a new car. It's something that you're used to and you've got to learn it again, kind of thing. I don't know, whatever. So I see, was that Avro Arrow asking about the when you're in the hold? Does your holding altitude remain the same? Kind of, yeah. But it really does depend on the amount of traffic that's in the area, etc., etc. But in general, the altitude will be maintained until such time as you're given clearance to sort of like move to another station or start your approach or head for the ILS. In which case you'll continue then to descend. Big paint shop there at in Dubai that we saw. So no doubt all their fleet will be going into the paint shop. Good thing is that it's not a massive job, is it? It's only the tail. I say it's only the tail, but you know. You're applying new paint to Easy. Whoa, went a bit over flary there, didn't he? Way. Oh, still not there. Yeah, when you're applying paint, even if it's a small change to the main fuselage paint scheme, then obviously you need to strip the whole thing down. Let me have a look at that picture again, Julie. Does the red part extend down onto the body still? Are they going to cleverly merge that with the new scheme? Nice 350, big bit of plumage coming in, quite an oil burny engine, this XWB. I've noticed wherever I've been at an airport, when a 350 comes in, generally there's a bloke standing there waiting with his little trolley and 5 cans of oil. I think that might be just for the starter system, I'm not sure, but once he's flared up, see the undercarriage is parallel with runway, see? So it lands level. Oh, big swing, man. Nice. Bit of flare, look at that, nice. On the elevators, keeping it. Wow, it's quite a long time on that. If I was a pilot, that's what I would definitely do a lot of, would be to sort of like keep that nose up for a bit of time, because obviously there's no brakes on the front wheel assembly, is there? So you can hold it there and aero brake, I guess, using the wings. Double 350 landing. Okay, so no, it is a different scheme, Julie, on the okay, so they will have to bleed down into the fuselage as well. Are you sure that the fuselage is not this is VS24 in from LAX? He's a bit low or something. Kuala Lumpur, that last one.
Okay, so we're hearing that the lettering will be larger on the fuselage. That's pretty cool. Nice, smooth. So it is a full repaint then on each aircraft. They're not skimping with just okay. So it's a sort of like modernised update of the current scheme, which is pretty cool. I like that. Man, it's a shame we didn't get the first one rolling out, isn't it? But no doubt we will do at some point. Nice drift. Sorry folks, lots and lots of comments. Kathy and the Birds, Ben and Amy Bergman, Helen Clapp, Paul Skilling, Deborah Speller, Eve Hoskett spent 12 hours once transiting in Kuala Lumpur. Wow, 12 hours, We've had that option a couple of times, haven't we, Jenny? Where, you know, do you remember after COVID, it's like, yeah, I want to go to Frankfurt. Yeah, you got to go and spend 10 hours in flipping the Isle of Man or something. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. I know I did have one, didn't I? I was coming back from somewhere and I had to backtrack, didn't I? Where was I? And I had to backtrack and go back down through Europe and then come back home. Nice Air India Dreamliner. Drop it. Ooh, let's see. Just, some pilots are a little bit so like, way, here we go, slam. But again, that's a whole inertia thing, isn't it? That sort of I guess it's like yeah, it's very described. Sticking like half a hundredweight of or 100 weight of whatever 100 weight is, but half a ton of sand in the back of your car, it becomes a sort of like a big sort of like career. Vicky Denning has gifted a Big Jet TV membership. Thank you, Vicky. If you've been gifted a membership, folks, please come in and say thank you to your giftee. These Aviation, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Easy. Whoa, hey! Lot of action going on there. Speed brakes up. Well, not all the way up. I think that's full weight on wheels when they're. Mind you, it's a manual selection I've seen on the 747s. I guess you've got the option whether to manually apply them, extend them, or whether to. Whether they are, I think they're activated on the 330 once the front is down. I'm not sure. Stu Rawlins said that my PA was bang on. I don't know if that was in reference to you, Jim, but I don't know what he was. I don't know if he meant my description was bang on. I don't know. B08 next at Lakenheath, yeah. We don't know yet, Paul. We were considering it the other day, but it's great. don't know if this is just the clarity of the picture, Jilly, or what, but to be able to see those ones long range. Here we go. Tiny little bit of sort of like, you know, the front end sort of like dipping a little bit on touchdown. Nice. That's what you'd do when you were a kid, wouldn't it, Jilly? I'd be that one at the top there. I'd be the one getting up it. Right, now try and get down, son. Now you try and get down, yeah. But look at, call a policeman. There's a man in the tree. Oh, wow, look how long you can see down that line, mate. Way further than 10 miles out that, all the way over the Docklands and East London. Matt Jones asking Danny Taylor, he's 11 years old. Good day, Danny. Big fan of Big Jet TV. Hello, Danny. Would of Rolls-Royce had an XWB engine fitted to one of the Airbus aircraft for testing before an A350 was built? Yes! Before an A350 was built? No. Sorry, my apologies. I don't know, actually. Yes, I'd imagine that they probably bolted the XWB to the A380 test bed, would they not have done, before the 350 was actually, you know, the first family flights jet, or the first prototype jet was built. You would imagine, wouldn't you? Obviously, Rolls-Royce would have run it on their test bed for an extensive amount of time. They would have run up many hundreds of hours on that platform before it was bolted to a plane. And then I guess, I'm sure somebody can let us know, but I guess that the A350 engine, the XWB engine, was probably, because it was an Airbus exclusive 4K, amazing 4K, oh my god, engine. Jilly, I know what we're going to do as a thumbnail later, man. I know what we're going to do as a thumbnail. I know what we're going to do as a thumbnail later. A bit of banter between us and everyone else. Sailing like the helipad was 88 feet in diameter and 700 feet above Dubai. The pilot landed on his third attempt, but been practicing for 2 years. Oh, okay, so this is some kind of stunt, is it? Matt Jones, Paul Smith, Screaming Amy. I let the auto throttle do it. I let the auto throttle do it. When it's really gusty, I'll turn it off. Okay, so what he's saying is, I think here is the control of the throttle on approach. I think he's talking about that. easy. Synchrony. Whoa, nice. Taurus, Royal Air Maroc Dreamliner, 10 minutes. Thank you. Anthony Teal. Avro Arrow. Only a certain number of planes directed to join the ILS stack at any time. Not sure how to ask the question. Well, yeah, it's just the. It's almost you are. If there are too many aircraft, I think there's a maximum really number of aircraft that could be in there. You know, because of spacing and everything, you obviously have to maintain spacing. So I'd imagine that based on the amount of aircraft that are around, they'll have to put them into the hold, which is, you know, and they'll have to wait easy, long landing. They'll have to wait for their turn, literally. This one's going to be with you in around about 40 seconds. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, here we go, 330. Now watch the undercarriage, the wheel assembly on this aircraft, folks. Very droopy. Two carts, four wheels on each side, and watch the rear set come down first, obviously, and then the front set will drop automatically on its systems. And then when the front set weight on wheels, here we go, first set there, watch for the elevator, watch for the speed brakes, bang, up they come. Nice smooth delivery as well, man. Wow, she's got a big bank on her as well. Nice set of reverser petals on those Trent 700s, clamshells, whatever you want to call them. Very clever how, I know I keep mentioning it, but it's very clever how Airbus have redeveloped that aircraft, modernised it. Because let's face it, most car manufacturers, when they restyle their 2024 model, blah, 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 it's more or less the same chassis, it's just different body styling. Airbus have redeveloped that 330, the Neo, with a new engine, but also all new wing, I think it is. And probably a lot more sort of like, you know, updated equipment on it. What's that, GP? Oh, is it what, literally now, or? So I've got a big patch. From the east. You can see it, you can see it. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, no, that's an old condensation trail. Yeah. So he's just come out of the hold. This guy's just come out of the hold, I think. He's now vectoring. He may go into another hold, you never know. But very busy airspace on Monday when I came in, as you know. It's a shame I'm missing it, man. From the east, yeah? Oh, whoa. There she is, man, there she is. Looking kind of cool in that... looking like a DC-8, man, look at that. Looks like a DC-8. Big, long, super stretch 71 series. Let's take ourselves back to 1981, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Photo bar! Oh, Gold Star. There she is. Sometimes you see that that sort of like crazy looking heat vortex. Oh, hello, what's that? That's another one from the east. Oh, it's a red nose. Is that a Norwegian jet? That is a Norwegian 737. It's got to be a Max, isn't it? Oh, that's good to see. Is it? It's an 800. Operated by Norwegian Air Shuttle. Wow, how about that? Oh, say it again. Amazing the number of jets they've got in their fleet, man. It'll take them about 5 years to paint all their fleet, wouldn't it? Listen to this thing, man. I'm sure it's those those scalloped cowls that cause that sort of like whistly noise on the Dreamliner. Yeah, nice. Kids. Always one in there, son. His mum's just seen him. What are you doing up there? He's not the Messiah. Karma Scotland, that was previously just now a Lufthansa 340-600 from east to west. Thank you, Karma. Graham, FedEx 777 freighter about to fly over from the west as well. Okay. Unfortunately, the cloud has now beaten us to it, I'm afraid. Singapore, Slinger 747 on divert to Amsterdam. We've seen that sometimes, and it's not actually a divert, it's actually an operation, but it sort of like looks like it's a divert. I think that might be, might need to check your blah blahs. Philip Jones, 747 over Chelmsford in Essex. Before we're going to get that one. Gave up. What did you say? Actually, gave up. What I wanted. When's the first 220 going to be? Are they literally lining that up with the move to Terminal 4, the guys at... Chilly. Still chilly, isn't it? Nice triple. It's on Netflix. Jeffrey Coram is a new member. Welcome, Jeffrey. Roy Van Can. I've got a question about the different engine types on the 320 and 390. Does anyone know why BA has IAE as well as CFM engines on their buses? I wasn't aware that they had CFMs on there. When you talk about CFMs, you're talking about the new LEAP engine. All of their CEOs are IAE, are they not? I think. And Roy, to be honest with you, you can ask the same question about the 777 as well, because they have a mixture of Rolls-Royce Trent 8s and the General Electric GE90 engine. Originally, when they launched the 777, they were the launch customer for the 777, were BA, and had some real teething problems early on with the General Electric engine, and as a result of that, they struck a deal with General Electric, with Rolls-Royce, and switched all their sort of like Mark IIs. When I say Mark IIs, the second batch, the new batch of deliveries of the 777 went from General Electric. They basically turned around to GE and said, "Listen, you've got to sort your stuff out," because it was a new engine. It was altogether a new engine. This is what I'd be flying on if I go out to... Oh no, this is Raw Air Morocco, isn't it? Where are you going to Morocco, son? What's that, GP? Oh wow, Jeffrey's from American Airways in DFW. Good day to you, Jeffrey, new member. I just gave him a shout out. Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Good morning, America. Wait, American Airlines, cool. Good bit of separation this time. So yeah, I think all of the CEO variants of the of British Airways Airbus fleet, the single aisle fleet, are I-80 V2500 engines. Very successful engine, of course, and the later fleets with all the Neo jets are all powered by the LEAP engine, leading edge aviation propulsion, which is the replacement engine for the CFM56. Another very successful engine in the aviation world. A bit like the old Cosworth engine. Renowned. Lovely freighter. Funky shot there while those two aircraft probably would not. Wow, that's a late turn, isn't it? Where is he going in? Is he going up over the top? Is he bound for LAX or something? San Fran. Okay, he's going up over the top. South for Greenland. It's it. Pastor, favourite location. Tuning in from Holland. Good day to you, Robbie. A220. Swiss. Easy. Bosh. There it is. See you, fellas. He's down. He's down, folks. He's down. Little tykes. Go do your own work. And here is one of those possibly LEAP powered, I don't know, it might be Pratt & Whitney, of course. It's an interesting story regarding the Lufthansa Neo fleet. They had huge issues, I believe, with their initial order of aircraft, their initial order of Neos, so much so that their next batch of aircraft were actually ordered with the LEAP engine. I think it was the Pratt & Whitney engine that gave them the problems. It's either that or it's the other way round. See these engines windmilling. Tolerances are just so... play. Tuning in from Melbourne, Australia. G'day. Hey, look at this retro jet from Aer Lingus. Still sporting its boopy old school radome. Look at that. Isn't that cool, man? Would look on if that... Him. Park it up. Something coming from west. That's a nice new fire engine, isn't it? Shiny and red, look at that! Oh, it's a spanker, that isn't it? Yeah! Taking her out for a ride or delivering it maybe. You can see the aircraft recognition. 777 in front of us, 787 behind it. See the auxiliary power unit, the APU outlet. Very distinctive on the Dreamliner compared to the 777. Big wedge APU on the 777. Only one side exhaust output, and the of course the 787 Dreamliner with that big conical shape to it. Bit more profiled. The vertical main plane, you know, the tail section, the vertical stabilizer. And as you can see there, that's the pitch trim adjustment. The autopilot. You can see it goes up and down there, and the autopilot during the aircraft's flight will maintain the optimum pitch for the aircraft to stay at the right attitude to maintain the best flight characteristics for it to burn the right amount of fuel. And it's a bit like, let me have a think about this, it's something like that. Roy Van Can, fun fact from the BA website: when running the Airbus 320 engines generate enough power to provide electricity for a city of over 60,000 people. Wow. That's insane, isn't it? That's incredible. That's at what power setting is the question. What is your favorite color? Blue. What? Release the holy hand grenade! It's coming in here, I think. It's going out, it's going out. Fully configured for flight. Look at the slats. Look at Big Hibby. How do planes dump fuel? Quite simple, really. Not all aircraft, interestingly enough, commercial aircraft have that capability, but those that do will literally jettison the fuel by opening the taps. It's literally as simple as that. Not the most, most environmentally friendly way of doing it, but it is what it is. Fortunately, it's quite a rare occurrence. Because you don't need raw kerosene or raw aviation jet A1. That's why they do it over sea, which again I have to say is not ideal, is it? Because of all the little fishies and all that. But it gets dispersed as it drops through the air, so it's sort of like I don't want to sort of like, justify it in any way. It's a terrible thing that it has to happen, but sometimes if an aircraft needs to desperately get back to base or divert or whatever, it's too heavy to land, Friday tomorrow. Julie. I'm all out of sync. I'm so lost without you. Yeah, that's gonna really ruin it. That's A380 with Turkish. Should get another bank out of her soon, I'd imagine. Quite a steep climb on her. Continue the climb. Turn left heading 128, I'd imagine, something like that. On autopilot by now, I'd imagine. Sure, Screaming Emu can tell us, but I've had obviously instances where regularly, especially on the small stuff, where you know flaps and slats are up within 60 seconds. Sometimes a little bit later, but you know, it all depends on the pilot, of course, how happy they are with the aircraft's performance. But in general, you know, you can be flaps and slats up and autopilot on within 60 seconds. Steffi Quillen very soon. Yes, there we go. Some microbes love fuel and eat it up, James Wertel saying. Wow. Well, there we go. If that is the case, I like the sound of that. But apart from the roads, the viaducts, schooling, sanitation, all sanitation. To the ground, Centurion. New Brussels livery. Don't know how far through their program of repainting their fleet. It's a big commitment for an airline, isn't it, to repaint their aircraft, because there's a lot to it. It's not like, you know, I mean, you know, it's like when you respray a car, you've got to take it back to the bare bones. It's got to be treated, it's got to be primered, it's got to be, you know, there's quite a lot of layers to it, so to speak, in terms of the procedure. Thomas is a new member. Thomas Gilby Gaming and Planespotting. Good day to you, Thomas. A very warm welcome from one fellow spotter to another. Aren't bacteria amazing? Google lad, yes. Thomas Gilby, third time being a member. There we go, Thomas. Might want to stick around this time. Arrow, still on my hold stack theme. If you're put into one of the 4 London Heathrow holds, do you stay in that same hold until you clear to land, or could you be sent to yet another of the holds and do more loops? Yes, we've seen that before. Normally the southern loops versus the northern loops, depending upon which direction you're coming from. But yes, I have seen that before, where we have seen some aircraft going from one stack to another stack, because obviously if one stack starts to get a little bit full, they need to empty the other one out, which is feeding into the main ILS. I think that's the way that it normally operates. I believe, anyway. I might be wrong. Flap retraction, screaming at me. Flap retraction is on speed, on schedule. You touch nothing to 1,000 feet AGL, but then it's on speed. If you have a kicking headwind and are empty and climbing like a rocket, you hit those gates faster. There we go. So I guess he's talking about the AP section. No. That's in there. Oh. There's a young entrepreneur down there streaming his way. Is he streaming or is he just take photographs? Nice set of sticks, son. Another BA jet takes to the skies. Thin on the ground, the old the arrivals, man. We've got stuff in, can't have stuff in the hold, it's just not busy enough, is it? Marianne, SAS, then BA, Bootlab, B Calpan. We have a gifted membership from Simon Harding. Thank you, Simon. A very kind thing to do. Thank you, sir. Lionel Brown. Good day to you, Lionel. Doreen Hanson. James Drummer. Good for him, indeed. Out there doing it, posting it later. Good afternoon, everyone, from a cold, wet Gloucestershire from Doreen Hanson. Sorry. Funny old thing, Soaring. You've got to be in the mood for Soaring, haven't you? Mind you, you've got little individual. Nigel Clinic. Check out NADP 1 and 2 flap retraction, not below 800 feet, but after that it's airline specific. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, like I was talking about earlier with Emirates having procedures for retraction and also extension retraction. I mean, the key is obviously to get the gear up once you're in a stable climb. Get that gear up, but in terms of when you're on arrivals, it really is airline specific and also pilot specific, but also bear in mind that if you've got a very, very windy crosswind or whatever, you kind of don't want to let your gear down. I wouldn't have thought that you'd want to bring your gear down too early because that creates a tremendous amount of drag. It's amazing when you're over the wing of, say, a 350 or a Dreamliner or a big aircraft and the gear come down, you all of a sudden hear this almost like a sound of leaking air. But all it is the air rushing around the undercarriage, and it causes a tremendous amount of drag for the aeroplane. Oh look, another 320. Kirsty Allen, no holds at the moment. Thank you, Kirsty. Sailor Mike, signature gold Emirates lettering in English and Arabic is bolder and 32.5% larger. The updated livery will be applied to 24 aircraft this year. Thank you, Sailor Mike. And the first of them has rolled out. Is that 24 aircraft across the, well, I guess it's 777 and 380? Only 24 though. Easy. Here we go. Hey! dropped it from quite a height there. 50, 40, 30, 20, 200 million far! .350. Roy Van Can loving the crabbing aircraft. Helen has gifted a Big Jet TV membership. My apologies, Helen. Missed it. Thank you so much, Helen. Please be advised, folks, that I do a lot of the time miss people's comments and also new members as well as gifted membership. So my apologies if I do miss it. This is Iberia's 350 in from Madrid. So wow, some lucky people on this jet who would normally be on a 320. Are finding themselves on the 350. I wonder why that is. I mean, it's kind of been this stable. This, the 330, it's been coming in since we basically started Big Jet TV, hasn't it? It's literally there. There's obviously a lot of demand. It's quite high capacity. 350, 900. With Iberia, just with the twin cart setup. Nice, nice, yeah. He's got Dad with him. He's got Dad with him, look. No, I don't want to go home. Just go away, don't go away, I don't want to see you. Making me silly. Oh, God, there's nothing coming, is it? Just go away, he waves him away. Brilliant. Wow. Next one, you can see, it is a long way out from Dusseldorf, BA. 941 to Dusseldorf. Of course, I'll be flying up to Scotland possibly next weekend to film the return of Emirates A380 service to Glasgow. First time since 2019, and I believe I'm right in saying that the pilot who flew the last one out of Glasgow with Emirates is the pilot flying her in, and he's Scottish. So that's pretty cool, that nice little tie up there. Obviously we're talking with Glasgow Airport to their operations teams, etc, etc, trying to square all of that up, link it up with Emirates if we can, blah blah blah, and get up there to film the return of Emirates. Oh, okay. Yeah, possibly. So that somebody mentioning earlier on about a diver, a Singapore 747 diver. Well, it's actually gone into Amsterdam, and it's due here at 5:50, just before 6 o'clock, in about an hour's time. Exactly an hour's time. A Boeing 747 freighter, folks. 747 with the same livery as that beautiful big 380 over there. The Singapore Slinger. Played golf at Farnham yesterday. Farnborough, sorry. Great place to play golf. Great place to play golf, man, if you're into jets. Lots of private stuff, constantly taking off and landing. My mate Wayne, every time one came in and there's big reverses, he'd stop his swing. I'm like, what are you doing? Surely you're not being put off by that, are you? There you go, chunk it. Brilliant. Okay, first one in from Dusseldorf. Then we've got Aer Lingus EI, or is it EL? EI, I think it's 718 in from Cork. Round the top of the stack is Korean's 777 in from Seoul. Gotta have Seoul. actually is a string there. Iran Air A330, that's nice. That's pretty cool, in from Tehran. And then a Qatar 350. 1,000 in from Doha. Okay, now this is interesting. When's the last time? You're going to say last weekend, yeah. Last time we saw a Qatar 350 1,000. But I know we saw obviously one at LAX, but we were talking about the return. Return of Qatar's A350 1000 fleet into service, even though they have been operating them all the way through that debacle with Airbus. But now they've sorted out all their differences, and Airbus and Qatar once again friends again. Windshare asking, Windshare, planning a trip from Ireland. Which hotel is the best with a deck? Well, to be honest with you, Windshare, it's got to be the Courtyard. Tell them we sent you. They will look after you, that's for sure. They've got full access, obviously, via the elevator up to that deck where you can go out, enjoy yourself out on that top deck. That is the one thing about the Courtyard, is in terms of room view, you do have a restricted view. Although you do have a view, it's somewhat restricted. Much like the same with all of the hotels. Mainly, you know, there's not one. Oh, apart from, of course, the Hilton Garden Inn, which has great views straight down the centre line of this southern runway. But obviously they don't have a deck. Courtyard would be the one that I would recommend if you're looking for a deck. And I think that top deck, we'll have to go back there sometime soon, is actually open now as well. So both viewing terraces open at the Courtyard Marriott, London Heathrow. See you, mate. Bless him. Mum's cooked dinner and she's looking so. Home to a nice home-cooked dinner. Okay, this is your inbound from Cork. Carina Roebuck, I love that livery. Which one is that? I mentioned it earlier on, folks. We may be. Let me just see if I've got an update from Antonov. Yeah, let's just have a look and see, because that's what we're waiting for. They're up for it. The client is up for it. It's very important that when you it's at times that scale difference. When you're filming a specific freighter operation, one of the big pointers is whether or not the client whose freight it is happy to have their operation filmed. The airline, really, the operator themselves don't really have a big say in it. At the end of the day, it's the client who's paying for the freighter costs for the operation itself, and therefore they are the ones who need to give the clearance. They have given the clearance, and we're just waiting for the airport now in Houston to go ahead, and all the relative documentation has been passed along to them. Let's just have a little look. No message yet, because at some point in time, yeah, we are running out of time, you know. I mean, talk about being on standby, flipping heck. Oh, I say, a bit of a power up there. See, plumes of exhaust out the back of this this 320. Just maintaining that speed, because even with a slight crosswind, you're gonna find the wind creates a lot of slow down of the aircraft, especially when it's been hit from the side. So you need to maintain that speed. Is there a jug attached to that? Nicely executed landing there, I have to say. Nice bit of swing example there. It ain't worth a thing if you ain't got that swing. Do-up, 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 do-up. Kind of, yeah. Right, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Shoe up. Boom. I was walking down the lane. Skipping. TCC United 767. Bushbound. Top Manchester to Houston. Okay. Well, oh, let's grab that one to start with. That's UPS in it. Is that UPS? Yeah, she's a beautiful thing, baby. Yeah, beautiful, man. 747. There's the other one, mate. Look, they're literally side by side as well, man. The other one's higher, though. I think the other one's slightly higher, possibly. Eve Hoskin, Eater looking good in 4K. Oh my God, amazing. 4K, 4K. Wow, wow. Look at this. Oh my God. It's 4K. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Kirsty had a bit of a rush hour. We like that. Thank you, Kirsty. Mate, you can have the meat now, yeah. Gotcha. Nice shot, man. Nice shot. Speed brakes up. What's that, Julie? Nice. Somebody saying it's a bit of a rush hour, GP. Yeah, I see it, I see it. door flaps on her, look. Nice to go sleepy nanas. Forbes has kindly gifted a Big Jet TV membership. Thank you, Forbes. Stay here with Godfrey, will you? Right you are, come on Wilson, fall the men in, fall the men in. Right you are, sir. Would you mind awfully? Come on Wilson! Do you mind falling in? There's a good chap. Lloyd Bell, Royal Jordanian A310. ETA 20 minutes, so that's got to be their freighter, isn't it? Is that Royal Jordanian freighter? I think it can only be. Wow. It's a bit rare as a rocking horse poo, isn't it? Saw it during lockdown, and for some time after. Coming in to pick up PPE and all that kind of stuff, possibly even to drop PPE off. I don't know how Jordan was linked to the whole PPE thing, whether they were buying it from us. Mind you, what did we do? Spent £58 billion or something like that on PPE, and half of it got dumped. Oh my God, I just don't. Oh dear, oh dear. Lloyd Bell, yes, it's a freighter. Thank you. Oh, okay. I don't know. Aviation in 4K saw the freighter last year. Nice 330. See the straight wingtips on her. Shows that she's a CEO. Smaller Trent engines possibly. Yeah! Around here, watch the back wheels touch first. Yeah! Good bit of aero brake going on there. It's a nasty big cloud off there in the horizon. Dun, 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 dun. Middle sky. $350. Now this. Yeah, Qatar 350 1000. Here we go. And the Etihad 787-9 in behind her. Yeah, love that, man. Love that. So it's the rear set first, isn't it? The front set comes down very, very quickly behind it. Cushion amp low. Articulating. I think most undercarriages have an articulating system whereby they either hang or droop forward or backwards, one of the two. And the main reason for that is so that the designers of the aircraft can fit the bleeding things underneath the wing. Simple as that. Most of them. 777 has a system which, before it retracts, it straightens the cart up. 767 does the same, I think. I think any of the Airbus systems have a moving cart, as in like up or down at the retraction point. Kathy Williams, EK3, due 45 minutes. Get some tight stuff. Mina motion ship. Look right through these engines, man, almost. Yeah. Look how big that wing is, man, on the 350. It's a monster, isn't it? Almost like a glider wing. Ron, good old Ron Smith. Right, Ron. Oh, was it? No. Carina robot. Passengers have worn some crazy things here. I've seen intoxicated passengers sleeping in the middle of the boarding area. This looks like a Max. This looks like a Max. 737 Max. Is it whom? Is it Iceland Air? Let's have a look. Paul. B-O-A. Dustin Jackson. Just amazing. Okay, people liking these tight shots, man. Let's go tight. Let's go tight. Oh, it's long. LEAP engine, CFM, with the NASA, we'll call it the NASA. Oh yeah, look at that. See that vortex coming off the outboard section of that flap, which is a squared off a 90-degree panel. As a result, that causes drag and vortex. And there you see what you would normally see on a moist, cold day would be those contrails coming off of those. But here it's being mixed up with the heat of the engine, and it looks really psychedelic, man. Yeah, that's cool. Physics lesson all in one. See the engine, see the taxi runway lights change their colour there. Was that to indicate that the next aircraft's clear to land? Blimey, that was good. Almost. Nice. 787 win. shot there, wasn't it? Bosh, big swing, man. Yeah. Nice. It's getting dark, isn't it? What's the time? It's only 20 past 5. What's the matter, you? What do you think you do? Gino, you're breaking my heart, Gino. Thomas Gilby, when's the 310 coming? I don't know. It's in the big-in hold at the moment, folks. Aviation 4K, small separation, James Drummer. Wow. It's pinky. Dustin Jackson. We've got Dustin Jackson having very kindly donated a Big Jet TV membership. Thank you, Dustin. Mike James, Lambourne and Biggin now in use. I think Lambourne's north east, isn't it? Isn't Lambourne northeast and Biggin is southeast, I think. West, sorry, southwest. I don't know what, eh? Oh, okay. Yeah, so the eastern holds are currently in operation. Bosh. It's a nice purple hue to the runway there, isn't it? Hugh, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Devil Grub. Riding along in a farmer's truck, in a rumpety-dumpety farmer's truck. And here's Windy Miller. What are you doing today, Windy? Getting drunk. Oh, okay, we'll move on from there then, shall we? Obviously, Windy's got some problems. We'll leave him to it. Tony Duty, I would have said wet air molecules in the air. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's the same as moisture in the air. Uh-oh. Got a mic that's just about to drop out, GP. Stand by. Oh, got a little blue flashing light. It could die. It could die. Exterminate! Here we go. Big old lad. Get that gear down, son. Yeah! Yeah, man. Right, stand by. Too much, Rob? Because there's cars going by. Oi, you lot! Can you stop driving your cars, please? Got people here complaining that you're making a lot of noise. Bleeding rowdy lot. No, you, everyone, go on, stop. Stop going to work, stop coming from work, stop flipping anything. It's a lot of road noise. We're next to a road. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Is that mic working, Julie? Is that mic on? Just double check. I've just switched it out. Okay, cool. Every sight and every sound. Beautiful, big, long 777-300. Look at them. just going to quickly run down there with a couple of cones. Yeah. How far is the big in hold? Well, as the crow flies, I'd say about 20 miles, something like that. 30 miles maybe at the most. We're at the corral. So be on your toes, folks, over the next couple of days, because we may have, we may be all of a sudden heading out to Houston. We have a problem. We may be heading out to Houston for a freighter operation with Antonov Airlines and their AN-124, I'm guessing. Wouldn't be anything else, would it? Get there and it's an AN-12. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah. Cardboard box in the middle of the road. Thought that motorbike was a tricky start up. Yes! Yes, and I can see why Eve thought that was a... It's just when it went... It's just one long-winded... Crazy. You're crazy. Martin Smith, Lloyd Bell, A310 Bacharach. Let's have a look and see if we can make her out. Pretty distinctive shape on the A310. And I'd say, before that went out of focus, I'd say is that, yeah, it is that one right at the back there. Proper old school, well, really, the first of the sort of like modern twin aisle jets, wasn't it? Oh, that's a single aisle. Sorry, my apologies. The A310, wasn't it? Is the A310 single aisle? Or... It's a freighter, this one, of course. To counteract DC-10, the TriStar, all that kind of stuff. Still analog operation, fly-by-cable, not fly-by-wire at that point in time of in terms of aviation design, aircraft design. Charlie Redpath, free fire! I'm sorry, I do that every time. Oh, we're your firing squad, sir. Oh, we aim to please, sir. Anywhere you'd like to for us to shoot, sir? Yes, 30 feet above my head, perhaps. Very funny, sir. Lucy passed her driving test today. Congratulations, Lucy. There's one thing I think that if I was Prime Minister, or if I was made any kind of an MP, or if I had the power, should I say, I'm sorry to say this, but I would make all new drivers, first of all, I would make simulation centres for new drivers to perfect their skills or hone their skills for driving, and then I would make it so that all learner drivers have to go and learn to drive in an industrial estate or somewhere that's private and away from the main thoroughfare so that you don't, you know, because some people, I mean, obviously some people are absolute naturals at it, you know, and they're straight out of the gate, they're really good drivers, you know, and they don't have a problem. But some are absolutely diabolical. You know, like my sister, for example, who took, I think 8 times she took it or something like that. Absolutely diabolical. Can't drive to literally, and the driving test and the driving. The guys that do the lessons should know better. Really say, like, you know, you're not good enough to go out. You're not confident enough to go out onto a main road right now. You're more of a liability than you are anything else. So we're going to take you around a little industrial estate, get you to hone your skills there. But you know, why are there not simulator centres for first-time learners? You know. It's too easy these days. You see some people who've obviously not a learner, somebody who's obviously passed SS some time ago, and they're absolutely terrible. I mean, I think one of the biggest things that I say when I'm in my van is, how the hell did you learn to drive? Or not how did you learn to drive, but who passed you? You know. Anyway, whatever. How did I get onto that? Okay, A310. Is it A310, not an A300? Look at this, folks. Look at this. I just think that, you know, you should sort of like, you know, more, like I say, more of a liability, isn't it? If you're holding everyone up, you know, trying to get to work or come home from work or get from A to B, and you've got some learner driver who's just clearly not confident at all, should not be on the road. So come on, new policies please. Of course I passed first time. Driving this job, it's like, right, I've seen enough. I'm like, hold on a minute, I'm just driven down the road. Yeah, I know, you know how to drive, mate. Oh, thanks very much. Then when it came to the asking the, look at this old thing, man. Yeah! Oh, great, that's a proper old banger, that is. Yes, watch the old speed brakes over the wings. Look at this, a proper cargo jet. Look at that, folks. Watch the, she still had flapperons back then, you see. Airbus jets had flapperons. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the latter variant of the A300 slash A310 had different overwing speed brakes or spoilers, because the other ones, the DHL jets, have those ones that look like shovels. Do you know what I mean? Snow shovels, kind of got a yeah, you'd have to see what I'm talking about anyway. But so we're going to get this one side on so we can see her beautiful big cargo wording on the side. Great jet, this. Brilliant jet. Here's a question. What's the history on that jet? Was that once with the Royal Jordanian fleet as a passenger jet and then later converted to a freighter? It was. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jilly. Makes sense. 1988, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Converted in 91. So only... went to Tunis Air as a passenger jet. Oh, converted in 02. So she's done the rounds. Went back to Royal Jordanian. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, blimey. So she's been round the block a bit. Kev Park, all the best. Someone saying that they were trying to pass without doing the driving school. I didn't have one lesson. Didn't pay for one lesson. Taught myself how to drive in my mum's Renault 4. Up and down the road I was. Yeah, you can't do it on your own. Yeah, you got to do it for a school, which is another bleeding rip-off, to be honest with you. Mind you, you can't do what I used to do, obviously, you know, using me mum's car, no insurance, you know. Renault 4 stick shift right in the middle. Up and down, up and down. Used me sister's Mini 1275 GT, drove to Croydon, blew the exhaust on the way back, but passed. Red Science 1, is it me or the older jets cleaner where the wings join the fuselage, newer jets seem bulkier in the area? I think that might be just an optical illusion there, Red Science. Good observation, but I think you're fine. Vortex off this jet. See the outboard section of the flap there. See that far left squared off section of the flap surface. Now we'll possibly get it. No. Singapore 747 is just taxiing out at Schiphol now, folks. So we're going to get her in the light. Craig Whitmore. Yeah, great little car. Technology was just so basic, so basic. Some cars had a little thing on the ground that, like Minis. I think the early Minis had a little thing you pressed your foot on to get the water onto the windscreen. Pull the choke out, son. Karina, off to work. Take care, Karina. Roy Van Camp. Joyrided in the Volvo 340 Di. Oh, joyrided, eh? He's a naughty boy, isn't he, eh? Wow. Austin selling the Cortina. Mark 1 Escorts. Very old Minis. XR2, XR3, Cortinas, Capris, I've had them all. Rolled a Mark 1 in a pub car park once. All I got hit with was all the batteries out of my ghetto blaster. Flying out. What the flipping batteries rolled all over the gap. We're not rolling, flying, right? You're right, Dad. Home on air, nice! Got a lot of bumps on your head, mate. Yeah, I think all the the big batteries out of the ghetto blaster were flying around the car. Lucky you didn't get hit by the ghetto blaster. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going home now. What about your car that you've left in the car park and wrecked half the car park? I'm going home. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Of course it was all repaired. It was insurance. Nice, Oman Air. That's going to go left hand down, isn't it? I think. Park up at Terminal 4. It's a nice livery, Oman Air. Kind of aero style livery that we're used to seeing on some of the jets. We used to have some bloke who worked at Oman's ATC, didn't we? He was a Jet TV member back in the old days. Yeah, there we go. Memory like an elephant, Jilly. Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Or, yeah. Been here since flipping... Screaming Amy just realised it's 2 PM almost. See how transfixed you can get, Screaming Amy. Oh, hold on a minute. He's changed his profile picture. Screaming Amy. What's that? What is that? A Lego pilot. Haha, brilliant. Who's that? Who's? Oh, Riyadh Air, eh? Spoon salesman, eh? Slinger rolling 24 Amsterdam. Mike James, thank you. Screaming at me. In fact, you're trained not to use the rudder in the air because of what happened to American A380. Yes, that is very true indeed. Once, and I've said that many a time, from way back in the day, that you are told not to use the rudder in the air, regardless of what evasive manoeuvre you may need to take. Even more so. Pressure that it puts on the I mean, obviously on approach it's a slightly different thing. You are indeed using the rudder pedals to sort of like keep the aircraft on the line, because you're traveling in a straight line, whereas obviously once you've taken off you're using the forward motion of the aircraft, and obviously the ailerons and other steering devices, wing wing surface devices, you know, flap surfaces that are used, outboard ailerons, the flapperons on some jets, the Boeings mainly. But yes, the rudder, it is seen to be used on approach in aircraft, especially in windy conditions, because you need to, obviously, you're trying to counteract that big, strong wind, which is trying to push the aircraft the opposite direction and away from the centre line. So obviously you use it during the approach, but not certainly on the once you've taken off. I can safely say I'd imagine that we'll, unless there's some sort of, like, you know, balloon or military aircraft being tracked, we should be able to get the 747 to number 1, shouldn't we? What's her is that the Kenya Airways 787 by any chance? Busier this summer. Yes, Birmingham's got to be worth, you know. We used to frequent Birmingham quite a lot, didn't we? But very unfortunate that they've, well, I say unfortunate that they've had to put that bypass in, haven't they? Which has completely gone right the way through where the big field where I'm guessing that's why that field was so in such bad condition. It's had so many old crops growing through that obviously it just was not maintained, because they were waiting for the planning to build that bypass, and now it's used to be a great little spot to see right the way down the centre of the runway. Not anymore. Heavy, heavy. BA from Mumbai, 777. It's a 2, I think. It's a 200. Rolls-Royce engines by the looks of it as well. See how little rudder there is there. A little bit on the swing, easy son. There we go, there it is, straighten it up. Of course, that's why I think also, well, the A380 specifically has a split rudder assembly, purely to minimise the stress on the components, because I think if the entire rudder was joined, that would be a huge component and would cause a significant amount of stresses on the connections. Swiss, a 320 Neo in from Zurich. Behind him, Dreamliner, that's been in the hold for quite some time, in from Dubai with British Airways, and then a big stream, unfortunately, of small jets.
Late flare, man. That was a very late flare, sort of like over flared it almost, I guess you could say. Recovered it well, of course. Got a bit angry on the reverses though. So we have a jet going out of Haneda. It's currently at number 1. Something to do with the World Baseball Championships or something like that. It's a retro Aer Lingus jet. Good looking aeroplane, man. She's been around for a long time, this Aer Lingus retro jet. Her in a bit. We'll be right back after these words. Wow! When you're deeper on that shot, it looks a lot more aggressive, doesn't it? Now they're going to have to space these ones out quite some way because it's only so fast these guys can go. Give it everything she's got, Scotty. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Is he going to look right? Is he looking right there? Or is he just not going to... Don't look right, don't look right. Just keep going, keep going. Come on, son. Oh, he's a long way out. He's a long way out, the next one. Don't stall it. See how sloped the runway is, folks? So it's definitely sort of like it has a hump, literally, to sort of make it sound a bit more sort of like understanding. Got a bit of a hump on it for water runoff, I believe. ITA again, another ITA jet. Common as much now, isn't it? For the 747. I'm going to go on my Flight Radar 24 now and have a look for her, see where she's at. She's got to be kind of close to crossing the channel now, hasn't she? Oh, I'll tell you what we have got, Emirates 380. That is kind of like joining, it's going to be approaching the back of the stack. I've got her. There she is. She's an old 400. Beautiful old freighter. Somewhere back there. It's EK3. Very nice. Very smooth. Turned into back by now, I would have thought, isn't she? Or very close to it. Oh, really? So yeah, like I say, folks, keep an eye out for updates. Let's just have a little look and see if Valeria, oh Valeria. 6%. Charger leads, mate. Bleeding. You know, you've got to get. You can't get. You've got to get. Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Apple ones though. I don't want some Mickey Mouse ones. Good amount of suspension on the front end, but just not dig plane next to the big plane. Okay, so charger. What's this one? Oh, that was disconnected, mate. The iOS device was not connected. Or did that just go off? Literally as I touched it. The V-bar's doing it. Does it? Does it? Oh, mate, that is great news, isn't it? That is great news, man. Hurrah! Eve Hosker, dusk shots are so much better. USB to lightning. Yeah, shortest, yeah. Get 4 of them, mate. Get 4 of them. Okay, order 2 packs of 2 then. Yeah, mentioned earlier on, folks, that speaking to Chris Pole, Captain Chris Pole, holder, we may be doing a sim show in the coming months. Need to sort of like got quite a bit of planning to do on that one, but it might well happen. There's more tracks from the other day, isn't it? Hey! I was just saying, I wonder who's been driving in here in the paddock then. And then I was looking at the where it came from, and it was my old tracks. Okay, yeah, there you go. Ben Hartley's so nice that evenings are getting bright. Yeah, of course. And as these evenings extend, so will our live streaming capability here through till the even song. Mind you, it'll be the shortest day or the longest day or whatever. Summer only lasts for about 3 minutes over here, doesn't it? Oh, it's lovely. It's summer. Yeah, it's the longest day today. Oh, great. Okay. The clocks start going back. Blimey, O'Reilly. Can't we have something? Can't we have something? Got no economy, got no bleeding... No power, no gas, no anything. Weather's... Oh, really? It's a bit odd, isn't it? Oh, stop it. What, financially or in volume? See the split rudder being used possibly, although no, because the condition. Wow, man, wow, that is heavy. Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely, yes, please. Oh, I like the half metre idea. Yeah, I like that. I didn't know you could get any less than 1 metre. Wow, that was heavy, man. Let's hear you. Let's hear on that one. Boom. Are they? Oh, blimey. Yeah. The big road. Crikey. Oh, doesn't she look beautiful, man? Doesn't she look beautiful? See the split rudder now. Splitter! People's front of Judea. Sorry? Ah, LA girl, I haven't seen the email yet. I've been told that we've received a nice email from you, so thank you. Thank you to everybody who sent us emails and little letters and notes, and don't forget, folks, if you want a free sticker, you can claim your free sticker. Oh, hello. folks, just Think Planes. You wanna check those guys out. Great couple of people, Liz and Simon, who operate Think Planes. They're based up in Manchester. A couple of genuine nice people, and we really appreciate their being down here. When was it? Monday, that was it, yeah. Caught my landing, and we've just received a really nice message from them as well, so all respect goes out to you guys. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. May your streaming days be long and prosperous, as Spock would say. So much. What a lovely thing to say. Claim your free sticker, folks. PO Box is on the app. All you need to do is download the app, and then on your navigation menu, you know, your 3 bars or 4 bars or whatever it is, just scroll down to free sticker, and there you will find your navigation point for claiming your free sticker. All you need to do is put a self-addressed envelope in an envelope and send it to the PO box that is on the app. Yes, those stickers are selected by yours truly and hand-picked freshly every day, and put in envelopes and sent to your good selves. So thank you. Always a pleasure to do that. Another thing. Look at that. And folks, if you are heading off now, whenever you go, just do us a favour, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Not because we're begging for subscribers, we're not, you know, crying out for this or crying out for that. We just want to make sure that you don't miss action here on Big Jet TV. So subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell as well. And give us a like, you miserable... No, seriously, give us a like if you want, whilst you're there. We know we do get... Oh, lovely sky. Look at that sky. Oh, I say. It's all of a sudden turned into... what's his name, the artist? He's an artist! What's his name? Livery or something? No, it's the... For to chanted matchstick men and matchstick cats and top. If ancient kids on the corner of the street with the wearing their clothes. It's more Monet. Is it Monet? I don't know. A340-600 or 747, Jerry Fezzy 16V. Is that talking about the favourite aeroplane? Difficult one, really. Always be the 747 will always be in the hearts of aviation fans around the world for time immemorial, I think. Hello, reception. Yeah. Beautiful, man. Beautiful sky. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Just look at it. Look at it. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, man. Bob Ross, Ross Gin, you mean? Don't you mean Ross Gin? No? Oh, yes, Bob Ross, yes. No, I had no idea who it was. See all those poor people on there like, why did we fly on the 350? Yeah, of course. Oh, look at that Cathay with her tail lit up, mate. See the tail lights on the horizontal stabilizers, folks? See the two lights? One either side on the horizontals? They're lighting the tail up, man. And I've just turned them off. Wow, how about that? I like that. It's like a that's like a human input. That is. Unless when they switch to autopilot, it turns them off. I don't know. I have to speak to an A350 pilot to confirm that. Splendid! Look at the wing flex on that thing, man. We don't think much about the wing flex on the 350, but then when you see it at that angle, man, that's incredibly impressive, isn't it? Isn't it? Slinger in 11 minutes, Slinger freighter. Just about gonna get it. Gonna get it. Wow. Sunset shots at Heathrow, man. Even though it's only sort of like 10, 15 minutes. She's just what? Singapore 747 freighter. Where is she? Have we got her to number 1 yet? Come on, you lot. Quick as you can, please. Quick as you can. Thank you. She looks pregnant. She definitely looks pregnant. Big fat belly on. Ooh, ate all the grass. Ooh, ate all the grass. 78 Slinger in 10. Jeanette Haynes, what an amazing show today. Cracking stack shots. Well, folks, delivered to you in awesome 4K. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We were a bit hesitant because we had literally only right up till last night. In fact, the very last parts of it were done this morning, today, setting up the new Prism, the new Terradeck Prism. Big shout out to all our friends at Terradeck in California for helping us out on that one. Although I have to say, Jilly and myself, well, mainly Jilly, okay, mainly Jilly. But I did help a little bit, didn't I, Jilly? Can you say yes, please? Thank you. I did suggest some things. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do it. But I want to do it. We figured it out, man. We figured it out, and here we are. Here we are in stunning 4K. I mean, I've got to say, the reason why I think it's stunning is because my my monitor. I don't know if this is the case, but my monitor on the camera, it must be pumping out 4K because it just looks smoother.
Dick has been listening to my car up loud. Those engine sounds absolutely awesome. Fantastic. Ben Brown, Vittero, E190 E2 is about 15 minutes out. This might be one of the last opportunities to see it at Heathrow. The service moves to Stansted. Read all about it. From the 26th of March. Is Vittero in before the 747? She's been listening in her car. It's got quite a Jaguar. Ben Brown, yes, we have discussed the new Emirates livery today. Like it, I like it. I think it's pretty smart. A bit of carbon in there, isn't there? I don't know where the inspiration was taken from in terms of the flag on the Emirates tail. Might have to get the lowdown on that, but interesting, looking good. Oh, nice. Okay, my favourite Qatar livery, the big One World all whites 777. They've also got the 350 in that livery. It's cracking, man, it's cracking. Love it. It will, yes. Jason Mattin, it's your camera artistry. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? It's an artist. Bevc, I'm on my phone. I think I'm in 4K because the picture is awesome. Okay, hope so. Oh, let's double it. Double quality is 4K compared to 1080p, 50, whatever it is. Blah blah blah. So that's interesting. Vittero switching their E2 service to Stansted. It's a bit of a slap Stansted. It's a funny one, isn't it, Stansted? I mean, it's very, very accessible by public transport, and I would always recommend flying. If you're flying from Stansted, use public transport, especially if you're from down this way. It's just a bit of a slap to get through because you got to get to it's the M11, isn't it? And that route on the 25 past South Mims, either that way or over the bridge, whichever way you go to the M11. Obviously, if you're living in the east, sort of Kent way, it's better to go up and over the bridge or under through the tunnel, whatever system that you may be using on the Pacific Day. Sarah Judd, good day to you. Aviation's camera would still be great. Oh, brilliant, thank you. Oh, we should try that one day, didn't we? Get an old VHS. Glitching and everything. This is the BBC. Good night. The runway lights, yeah, all the runway and taxi lights, intersection lights, all the waypoint lights as well. Air Mauritius about to cross the active. Now watch him climb up. That's why he has to power up. See, he'll climb up over the runway. Now there's a ramp now as he climbs up there. And
and then it will literally, when he hits the top, then he'll go down the other side. So it's a kind of like a and that's primarily for the for water runoff, so that the water doesn't pool in the middle of the runway. I think so. That was so brief, that sunset. Down to 2,800 feet, this 747. Much more convenient in terms of connectivity. Yeah, that was the main. Yeah. That's what I was going on about, wasn't I? I was more excited about the improvement in connectivity than the actual 4G picture. That was a bonus to me. But from what I'm hearing, from what we're hearing, the feedback from everybody, it's like it's phenomenal. It looks and sounds great. So we're happy with that. Here she is, folks. It's the final countdown. Hodges just seen that Boeing 747 over the top of him, obviously. It's a little snowy owl in 4K. Yes, okay, here we go, folks. Get ready. Hold on to your hats, boys. Boeing 747. Ting Tong John, dial up. No, not at all. I wouldn't imagine so anyway. Cool was that, folks? Yeah, beautiful, man, beautiful, and just in time before the light literally bleeds away. Let's just double check. Just check here. Yeah, a long way out though, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. yeah, we're actually not going to see her, interestingly enough, which is the crazy thing. Farewell, Vidaroo, from London Heathrow. Arrivederci, and all that. What is it? We'll meet again, perhaps. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoy your time at Stansted. Stansted, read all about it. Of course, Vidaroo we've seen on a number of occasions. He's lighting me up, look. Thanks, mate. Well, there you go. First time in amazing flailing arm Emporium 4K. Yeah, folks, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And you were the first to experience 4K with Big Jet TV. That's enough. That's all we're going to say about it. We're not going to make a big bleeding thing about it. It's the future anyway. And the logo's horrible. Whoever developed the 4K logo, go back to the drawing board and make another one, because it's pretty faff, to be honest with you. But anyway, thank you so much for your time and your company. Of course, welcome to all new members. Before you go, make sure you hit that like button, folks. It's very easy. It's very easy. Just use that finger, that one there, or another one if you want to. Use that one if you like. But we will see you. Oh yeah, keep an eye out. It's going to light me up. Keep an eye out on the app and anywhere else, but mainly on the app and of course Twitter as well. You can follow us on Twitter. Keep an eye on all of that, because we might be off to Houston this weekend. Let's just see live while I'm with you now whether I've got any update, and I haven't. I'll be honest with you, the way that's looking, it's not going to happen, because the flight is due to leave tomorrow, so our flight to Houston, and it might be all a little bit too faffy. Pardon me. But anyway, whatever happens. But we will be back this weekend, probably at Heathrow, I'd imagine, somewhere about this premises, and we will see you there wherever we are. We will welcome you, and we will hope that you will be there amongst us. Thank you, everybody. Look after yourselves. And just before we go, welcome back Jerome Darrell to first class as a Big Jet TV membership. Got 4 stripes on his lapels. But listen, thank you so much, folks. Be good to yourselves. Be good to everybody else. Go out there and knock on someone's door if you haven't seen them for a while. Make sure they're all right. Show some love, and also look after the animals as well. Very important that you do that, because we love our wildlife. It's about the only thing we got left, isn't it? Shut the prism down, Jilly. Shut the prism down.